Astros continue out at spring training. Dana Brown was on Sirius XM radio and was asked about the lineup juggling, the infield surplus, trying to find a lefty bat. Here's Dana Brown talking about some of the ways they can maneuver given their glut of infielders right now.
We're loaded in the infield, and so I think Joe, with the age of some of our players, is going to be able to find some playing time. You know, get Alvarez in left, you open up the DH for Paredes. So, you know, he's going to have to juggle that a little bit, anything could happen, too. You know, we're still talking to other clubs. Maybe we get a trade done for a left-hand bat or something like that if it makes sense. But it has to make sense, and we don't want to weaken our team right now. So right now we can roll with the way we have it.
Of all the things that have been said in the preseason here in spring training, leading up to spring training, Seth, about the Astros and how they're set up at certain positions, both within the pitching staff and within the everyday lineup, of all the things that I think are going to wind up being false, it's going to be that Yordan Alvarez is going to be the almost everyday DH for this team. I think ultimately this team is going to need to get their best offensive lineup out there more than they think, and I think he's going to do something that he wants to do, which I don't think is something that's completely unsafe if he plays the position the right way, which is play left field instead of DH. You play Yordan in left field, and now you got the DH available to throw Altuve there and put Paredes at second base, or throw Paredes at the DH, leave Altuve out there. You've got a little flexibility with first base and Christian Walker if you want to DH him and put Paredes at first base one day. They're going to have to play Yordan in the outfield way more than I think they want, unless Paredes all of a sudden learns how to play left field. But they're going to have to play Yordan in left field, I think, a whole lot more than they anticipate playing him.
And we just quietly, and apparently we'll never talk about it again, that Altuve was going to be a left fielder.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know. It's pretty much one of those things.
That's right, Jose. Yeah.
We'll never talk about it.
Seth's out here talking these falsehoods.
It never actually happened. But now somehow the idea of Paredes playing second base is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Yeah.
He can't play second base.
Dude.
No!
Right, exactly.
Great, all right.
Exactly. I get so triggered watching the Astros game on Saturday.
Yeah.
There was a foul ball down the left field line, and it landed in that little grassy area down there along the, between third base and the foul pole.
Yeah.
And I get triggered watching that because I remember back to that day last year when you and I were there, and Jose Altuve was playing left field for the first time ever in a game.
Yeah.
And I stood out there in that grassy field in the sun, didn't move for six innings.
No sunscreen on your scalp?
For 6 innings.
Yeah.
Probably not. You know what? For purposes of this story, no sunscreen on my scalp. Mm-hmm. And I stood out there, and, man, that guy did not get one ball hit to him the entire day.
Yeah,
he
stayed out there long past when they would have expected him to, because he was just waiting to field something.
He was. He probably would have left after like the third or fourth inning. He played, I think, at least 6, if not 7 innings in that game.
Yeah, so we'll never talk about that again.
Yep.
The one part about this that I'm, nervous isn't the right word. I guess I'm just kind of intrigued by it is the fact that Paredes seems to be on 24/7 trade watch, and he knows it. And that you add that dynamic to it too. That there doesn't seem to necessarily be bad blood about it or anything, but he's in kind of a tenuous position.
Yeah.
And knowing that he's going to be going out there and playing multiple different positions potentially and somewhat sporadically, while also knowing that this team really wants to get rid of you.
Yeah.
If they can, hey, we love you, Isak.
Yeah.
Hey, all those home runs in the Crawford box is cool, bro.
Yeah.
But we are also trying to get rid of you on a day-by-day basis.
He knows the deal, I think.
I know he knows the deal.
Yeah.
It's just it's bad juju, man.
Yep. Well, he also, he needs, I believe, is heading. I think he's got one more year of. Oh no, that's right. He signed that contract
option. Yeah.
They got him that option year. That's right. I just looked at it. Okay, so he's got a little bit of safety built in there. It's a club option. The club still knows he's a good player. Yeah, it's just it's a little messy right now. You know what else is popping up on social?
It's like working out of a hotel room where you just can't. You're not yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You got to go spend 2 weeks in a hotel. In your mind, you're like, I'm going to have all this time to accomplish all these activities and everything.
Yeah.
And you get like 5 days into it, and you're like, what the hell's going on with me?
I didn't mind
I just can't find my bearings. I don't know. And then, no. It's even worse. You're working out of a hotel room, but there's construction at the hotel. And every day they call and they're like, "Sir, we're gonna have to have you move rooms."
Yeah,
like that.
That would suck.
You can't find any stable footing.
That would suck. You know what's been happening lately on my my Twitter timeline? There's this Twitter account out there, and I'm not going to give out the name of it because I will tell you the videos. Some of them are depressing me a little bit. Mm-hmm. These are videos that people are doing where they're taking old lineups of teams and going, man, this team was stacked.
Oh, yeah.
And they show, like they did one for the Texans, and they showed the 2011 Texans. And they go through the player introductions on like a Sunday night game that year where it's Arian Foster, running back, Tennessee. And they do the whole thing for both sides of the ball. And you're like, wow, that team really was stacked. Now I'm depressed because I feel like that team could have won a Super Bowl if Matt Schaub had stayed healthy.
Right.
The one that's really depressing for me that I saw was someone put one up about the 2019 Astros, which might have been the best baseball team that I've ever rooted for in my lifetime. Ironically, the two best Astro teams I think I ever rooted for in my lifetime were the 1998 Astros with Randy Johnson that won 102 games and got knocked out in the divisional round of the playoffs, and then the 2019 Astros. Mm-hmm. Greg Amsinger, this is not the video that I'm talking about. This is just the video that I'm talking about. The lineup of that team was just one reminder. But Greg Amsinger, who's an analyst on MLB TV, did a segment. He does something called Greg's List. And his list was the 9 best regular season teams of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Like the 1927 Yankees were number 1. This isn't like the best team since free agency started or the expansion era. Check out, he gives his criteria and then says who is number 7.
My criteria here is I put together this Greg's List of the best regular season teams ever, number of wins that they had during the regular season, the historical impact that season actually had on the sport, and what type of talent did you have on that roster? Hall of Famers, how many All-Stars? That's my criteria. At number 7, the 2019 Astros. Why? Talent all over the field. But you had Greinke, Verlander, Garrett Cole, Yordan Alvarez was Rookie of the Year. Jose Altuve, a star. Alex Bregman finished second in AL MVP. This team was fully loaded.
Yeah.
Number 7 on Greg's List.
And if they could win one game at home in the World Series, we would be talking about 3 titles in 6 seasons.
Yeah.
2 and 6 is great. 2 and 6 seasons is awesome. There are fans across baseball that would give their left arm to have that.
If you go with the 2019 Astros, if you just like, tell me how
you're looking at the lineup right now, aren't you?
I'm going to start with the number 5 batter, Sean.
Okay.
And let's say if you just started off, if this was your top 5 in a lineup.
Okay.
Starting with the 5th batter. If you're number 1, you go new age and have Yordan Alvarez lead off. Then followed by Yuli Gurriel, then Carlos Correa, then Kyle Tucker would be your 4th batter.
He wasn't great back then, but yeah, and then Martin Maldonado. Then you've got some issues. If Martin Maldonado is your 5th batter, then you're a little dude. That's crazy. Though.
They had 2 full lineups basically.
That's incredible. That's incredible, and you can nitpick and go, well, that was the year Correa had the rib injury, so he was banged up that year, so that's why he was 7th. And Tucker was still a young player.
We're going completely surface level here.
Yeah, no, just the names and who are the now really depress me and tell me 1 through. Let me guess 1 through 4. Springer, Altuve. Well, Springer, Bregman, Altuve, and I'm missing somebody.
Brantley.
Oh, and Michael Brantley. Oh, my God.
That's how easily you forget Michael Brantley.
Brantley's like
That's
the 8th
how unassuming he is.
Brantley, if you throw the
Your Christmas card in 2019 was you, Amy, and Brantley.
No, it wasn't. He never made the Christmas. Trust me. Amy took a picture with him that didn't have me in it.
Oh.
Yeah, no, she likes that picture, I tells you. Pops up on her feed every now and again. Man, what a lineup. What a team. That was crazy. Probably the one weakness they had was Roberto Osuna the closer of that team? You don't have it in front of me anymore.
Oh, no, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I was trying to figure out throwing in that lineup, they're trying to put the biggest names in there. but I was trying to remember how many actual games Kyle Tucker played that year. Yeah, that's bogus throwing Kyle Tucker in there.
No, I feel like Josh Reddick might have still been on the team in 2019.
Yeah, that's a purely a clickability graphic right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he only played 22 games in 2019.
Yeah, I feel like Josh Reddick was still there in 2019.